nothing Willie Nelson can't do. Even cover the almonds. Why not? We'll get to the Poundcake sports break here in a minute. A little early today. Second game of that Guardians doubleheader is set to start around 4:40. It's top of the 7th right now. Padres got up a couple. 5-3 is the score right now at Progressive Field. Hey, Jason, what's going on?
Alan, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, good. Hey, I just heard that segment. I was on my way home from work and heard you talking about women swearing and how unattractive it is.
Well, I was joking. I don't care, but yeah.
Since it's a hot topic these days, I just want to run this past you and see what you think. Since
Yeah.
This is a hot topic these days. What is more unattractive, women that swear
or women
or
that vote?
women that are angry that lost the right to murder their own babies?
I see what you're doing, Jason. You don't think the women should have control? You don't think the women should have control over their own bodies?
Well, they do. There's plenty of options, plenty of choices.
But that's not control over their bodies. You're giving them options and saying, well, you can do this, except you're not giving them every option. You're saying, well, you have options, but we're going to tell you which ones you can activate. We're going to tell you which. That's not control over your body. That's control over the result, and you don't even have full control over that if you don't have all the options. Because you know what's going to happen, Jason? They're talking about after this restricting contraception access, right? Does that mean that you and I aren't going to be able to buy condoms? No.
Where's that coming from?
You think they're going to stop, Jason?
Was there an elected official?
Jason, do you think?
Or was that CNN or MSN?
Jason, do you think that the Supreme Court is going to stop with Roe v. Wade?
Well, it did take. I think it's been around for 30 years, based on falsehoods.
50.
Yeah, 50, Jason. You don't even know how long it's been around. So
it's been around for 50. That's how long babies have been getting murdered legally in our country.
Dude, you don't believe that they're babies that are being murdered.
Well, that's what an abortion is, Alan.
No. First, this is Bill. But you don't believe that that's a baby being murdered.
Well, I have 2 children, and when they were in my wife's womb, they were a baby in
No, they're
womb.
a fetus, and they are relying on the mother to provide them. They're part of the mother up until weeks before they're born.
by the way,
wait, no,
but Jason, what are your thoughts? Jason, what are your thoughts on adoption? Jason, what are your thoughts on adoption?
Wonderful.
Huh?
I think it's wonderful.
Have you adopted any children?
I have not.
There are a lot of people, boy, with very serious. You'll notice that the woman in the room isn't the one that's having the conversation with Jason.
I have my own children.
Yeah, so do I. I'm just saying that it's very interesting to me that all these people who are just going on and on and on about all these options that they are going to allow women to have, they don't seem that interested in adoption, Jason.
What does religion have to do with it?
What character qualities are these blue-haired cat ladies on TikTok and other various social media apps displaying in their outrage over, not being able
Jason,
to
you can quote Matt Gaetz tweets all day long. It's not going to make a stronger argument for the fact that women are being pushed into a situation that they don't have control over what they do. Nothing's going to change with what you and I do with our bodies, Jason, and we know why that is. Okay, listen, I got to go, man. You're boring me. Thank you. I appreciate it. Mary, your thoughts?
I don't want to have a thought. I mean, it's just so...
Everybody knows what it is. All this semantic nonsense about there's all these options. Yeah, those options have always been around. That's got nothing to do with what's going on right now. And it's not going to stop with Roe v. Wade.
Here's what it is for me, is that I don't think that wherever you stand, you shouldn't be able to put your personal beliefs on somebody else, on their situation, because you don't know their situation.
These people didn't want to wear goddamn masks.
That's what I'm saying.
To help other people not get sick. So don't give me this pro-life crap.
It just, for me, it's like I don't know where I would stand personally if I could myself, if I were pregnant, actually get an abortion. That I don't know. I've never been in that situation. But based on my religious beliefs or whatever it might be, that's not fair. And that's what blows my mind, is that these people can't see that putting your position on another person's situation is
they can
ridiculous.
See. The reason people are angry is they can see. This is not about confusion.
But it seems like it is.
No, it's about
seems like they're like, well, why can't?
We don't care.
Like him, why can't you choose another option? He seems genuinely confused as to why women need this option.
But you
have so many other options. Why do you need this option?
But Jason's also lying when he says that he thinks, and people, when they say abortion is murder, see how people treat miscarriages. Is that the mother's body murdering a baby?
And also, because this is all based in this notion of fetal personhood, which means that if a fetus is a person, then that means that you're going to pay child support to a fetus. It also means, I hate to tell you right-wingers, it also means that you can't deport the mom to her home country because now she has a U.S. citizen in there, right?
While she's pregnant, yeah.
I mean, if it's a person... can you take out an insurance policy on it?
Well, wait a minute.
Can you get Aetna to pay out if you miscarry?
It's a person, but it's not a citizen until it's born, right?
Listen, everybody seems to be making it up. They're making it up as they go along. But, people like Jason don't impress me because you're not coming from an intellectually honest point of view.
And that's what I'm saying. There was a video that I saw of a guy. He was confronting some protesters outside of a Planned Parenthood, and he said, if you really thought this was murder, you would be physically trying to stop this from happening, but you're not.
Well, they used to kill doctors in the 80s.
Well, they did, but I'm saying, like...
The pro-life movement, by the way, has always been very violent.
Very violent, very not that pro-life. And he's saying that's why they're either cowards or they're intellectually dishonest because they don't really think a baby's getting murdered.
And everybody's mind seems to change when their daughter gets raped.
Yes.
By the way, it's a cliche at this point. It's not even like a weird thing where they find some Republican politician knocked up his mistress and told her to get an abortion while they're out there going, Roe v. Wade must be overturned. So those are easy examples of hypocrisy. But nobody has been able to answer the question to me why you think that you can look at a woman and go, this is what you're going to do now. And I don't want people on hold, Poundcake. I'm not going on a whole thing about this. Jason called. He lied to Poundcake and said he was calling about something else.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, of course.
So you're a liar too, Jason. You're a liar.
Well, you already called him a liar.
I know.
You knew that.
Well, he's just further confirming that he's just a big, stupid liar.
Well, I don't know how stupid he is. I'm just saying he's not coming at it from an intellectually honest point of view.
Taking an uneducated guess.
More than 800 kids await foster care in Summit County, over 4 times the amount of foster homes. So yeah, those kids are getting scooped right up when nobody wants them. Let's put more unwanted kids out into the world. It's turning out great. You want to do the sports break? I'm going to give everybody whiplash here with the Poundcake sports break.
I love it.
Talk about whiplash. My neck. Yes, I'm ready.
His neck already hurts from sleeping last night.
Play ball! This is a Poundcake sports break.
Speaking of babies, in the headlines today, the first ever visibly pregnant Sports Illustrated model just graced the cover. Her name is Christina Scott, and she showcases her bump in a swimsuit. The 38-year-old is expecting her second child with her husband, and she's been open about her journey with IVF. With this cover, Christina says she wants to represent all women. Well, not so fast. Look very closely at the cover. I don't see no stretch marks. Real bitches got stretch marks. You look gorgeous, but let's not say you represent all women. Models. Also, Raiders player Nate Hobbs pays a measly $250 fine to settle his reckless driving charge. Vegas is really where Satan resides, huh? They really don't care that their players are literally killing people on the road, and these dudes get off with not even a slap on the wrist, but more of the flick of the wrist. Let us not forget the Henry Ruggs incident, okay? This all could have been avoided. Vegas just can't get right, or probably just doesn't want to. Lastly, but definitely not leastly, nobody loves family-friendly fun more than I do. A dad was arrested for allegedly showing a gun at his son's basketball game. Boston, I love you. Apparently, the man wasn't a fan of the other team, and when they taunted him and his son, he pulled a gun out of his diaper bag. The man was hit with 5 felony counts and held with a $1,000 bond. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes this Poundcake Sports Break.
Play ball! This is a Poundcake Sports Break!
You said don't forget that Henry Ruggs. Is Henry Ruggs the dude that drove into that woman?
Yeah.
Yes, and
like
they
100 miles
caught
an
on
hour?
fire, and her and her dog burned alive.
What happened from that? He's just going through the judicial process
Hell
or
no,
whatever?
he's in prison.
Well, they didn't convict him already. I mean, he's being held before a
but
trial, I assume.
They're not going to let him out. You know what precedent that would set? I mean, not that
They don't care.
No, I don't mean let him out. I just didn't know where he was in the process. If they were,
He's being held.
he's being held.
Yeah, he's in jail.
He hasn't
waiting to
gone to
be-
trial yet. And I don't think he has, he's held without bond, right?
I believe so. I don't know what that would say because, yeah, they don't care, but they also care about their lives, and they don't want their new wonderful stadium to burn down. So I think they're just going to hold him in prison or hold him in jail until he's sentenced. I don't know why he just doesn't commit or just plead guilty. We know he did it. He was there. He's on video. Just plead guilty, save the taxpayers' money, and take your sentence.
Well, yeah, that's a time thing, but it becomes a much different thing, I think, legally when you admit guilt.
Well,
That's why people go to such great lengths to not say,
but it's life or death.
I did it, huh?
So I think if he doesn't plead guilty, he has the possibility of the death penalty because he was just so reckless and egregious. He had no respect for the law whatsoever. But if he pleads guilty, then he'll just automatically get life.
Well, he might not be first and foremost concerned with saving the taxpayers' money. Might not be worried about that.
He's just on house arrest right now.
Stop it!
Yeah.
Really? Oh, I don't understand how people like that still have like a mansion to go home to. How are people just not like?
Was he making that kind of money?
I mean, all of
He was
them
early
are.
in his career, wasn't he?
Yeah, he
Like
was
he was
early
a
in his
brand new
career,
guy.
and-
He
And,
had a big stupid Ferrari. Like, what car did he crash into?
That doesn't mean
A Corvette Stingray.
yeah.
Okay, so like $100,000 versus.
She was in like a Kia Sorrento or something. Hey, I do like to hear when our bureau chiefs relocate. It's always nice of you to keep me updated. Annie was our bureau chief in Centerville, Utah, and she has relocated to Vegas. I am devastated, she says, to hear that Mary is finally coming to Salt Lake City, and I won't be able to see her show.
Dude. Come on now.
At least I'll have the consolation of knowing that Poundcake will be here in Vegas in July.
Yep.
I've also attached a photo of one of his nightmares, a truck driving down a beach in Seaside, Oregon. The truck was moving sand from one part of the beach to the other, but people were walking in the same area.
See, you guys always crack jokes. Like my.
This isn't a truck barreling down the beach. It's going like 2 miles an hour moving sand.
Oh my God, whatever. You think people have never been hit at 2 miles per hour?
If you get hit at 2 miles per hour, that is on you. You're not paying attention.
I'm on the beach. I'm enjoying my day.
2 miles per hour. It's like crawling at you and it runs you over. It's like a fish called Wanda where the guy gets run over with a steamroller. It's Ken coming to kill me. Anyway, Annie is a new bureau chief in Las Vegas. And they're trying to get more information on that body that they pulled out of that barrel in Lake Mead. I told her, I wrote her back, I said, be on the lookout for corpses out there in Lake Mead. And they thought that it was a body that had been there since the 80s. They think it might be there since the 70s. They say that it was a gunshot victim, and they are trying to essentially...
How can they find that out? It's been so long. There's no skin.
Well, I'm going to tell you. They said that, well, if the skull has a hole in the middle of the head, you go, yeah, that didn't happen naturally. They think that he was killed in the mid-70s based on the clothing and footwear that he was in, which were garments found at Kmart in the 70s. This guy was wearing Kmart clothes from the 70s.
So they didn't kill him, they put him out of his misery.
They gave him the old blue light special right between the eyes.
Put him in a barrel.
Didn't Kmart used to have a cafeteria too? Used to be able to like get a
They
tray.
had like the ices and stuff like that.
But not
yeah.
like a snack bar. Didn't they have like tray? For a while, they put Little Caesars in Kmart's. I think the waning days of Kmart. But I seem to remember back in the day, like, they had a cafeteria, didn't they?
Like the Super Kmart's, I think, had
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
Because even Target had that for a while. I mean, they still kind of do at Target, but like, Target used to have more of like it was more like roped off kind of thing.
I don't know why they didn't. I feel like earlier in their path toward bankruptcy, they could have saved themselves a little bit if they had spelled cafeteria with a K. It was staring them in the face. Why wouldn't you do that? Super K, super cafeteria. You work one more K in there, and you know you've got branding problems. But
Yeah, you don't want too many Ks. Because if you can go to 2 to 4, but you can't do 3.
you can't do 3. No,
But
unless
even
you're
4, even 4 doesn't look great.
even when you're at the ballpark, it is still a little striking when you look up and you see those 3 Ks.
Well, that's why they turned the third one backwards.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. The game is taking longer than. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, we'll see when the second one starts. We'll figure it out along the way. But yeah, so Annie is out there now in Las Vegas. Poundcake, you're not going to go to Lake Mead though, right? I mean, it's
I don't
20
believe so.
miles outside the city. You guys going to rent a car or anything, or no?
No,
You're just.
I don't-
You're not
I don't
gonna
wanna
By
do
the
do
time he
that.
gets there, Lake Mead's going to be gone anyway.
that in a couple of months. Yeah.
I don't plan on doing that.
Somebody left me a message, by the way, and I was a little confused by what they were saying, but I think they were telling me that Derek Huff was coming back to Cleveland.
Nope.
That's not true. Okay. I thought that they
No, I don't know if it's true. I'm just
Oh.
I'm not engaged because my mom blew it. We could have gone.
blew it.
We could have gone and see Derek Huff. She switched it up and she wanted to see Jabberwocky. So I'm taking it. I'm writing Derek Huff as gone forever. Nope. I wanted to see his abs. I wanted to see his abs too, but she wants to go see Jabberwockies.
Is there any chance that the Jabberwockies will come out with no shirts on? They've got masks.
I don't know if
they can
if they
stay
do that.
anonymous.
I mean, they're dancers, so they're all in good shape.
Yeah, I don't know if they do that though.
And I'm sure they have other people in the troupe or like in the show. I'm sure you'll see some abs in Las Vegas.
You're just walking at the pool.
No, you'd think.
There's got to be some hot people for bachelor parties.
It depends on
or-
it depends on where. That's what I thought too.
Yep.
I go, oh my god, I'm really gonna look like a dope at this pool. It's all middle-aged, chubby
Midwest.
Wisconsiners. Yes,
Yeah.
I mean
Depends on where you stay.
we were at the Bellagio, but I can't imagine that's the only pool.
Does
where they-
Golden Nugget even have a pool? Is that where you're staying?
Oh yeah, it has a beautiful pool.
I think every place in Vegas has to
I
have
think-
a pool.
Yeah,
You have to.
the Golden Nugget pool is not going to be like the hot kids at Aria or anything. You know, it's not going to be that. Doing ketamine all night and then going out and doing vodka sodas. You could see the Chippendales while you were there too, Poundcake. You could slink off and see the Chippendales.
I don't want to spend I'm only there for like 4 days or 3 days.
You can get a lot in 3 days.
But I don't want to just have it be a bunch of shows. I'll do a show, then I'll go out and go to some bars. I'll gamble a little bit, and I want to go to the gay clubs. I want a gay night. I want to do some debauchery, a Sin City. I want to do some sinning. Everybody else gets to do some sinning. Why can't I?
No one's saying you can't.
I don't want to see a bunch of shows. They're getting enough of my money.
Wow.
And you want to go on this stupid trip.
The K's are for strikeouts without looking or swinging. The direction of the K indicates which kind. Okay. Well,
Okay.
There you go. Alan, that barrel was also filled with Fog Hat 8 tracks. Oh, my God.
That's why.
Oh, yeah, the Kmart sneakers and Fool for the City? Holy cow. There was nothing better as a kid than when Mom bought you a half cherry, half Coke Icy. My mom never did that. If they had molasses ices, she would have bellied up to the bar. But we didn't do that. So, yeah, but I do remember shopping at Kmart, and they had a huge cafeteria. Mm-hmm. It was like between the age of the automat. You guys aren't old enough to remember automats, where it was like these. Those are mostly like in big cities. But it was like the automat was like the food was behind this little plastic door, and like in the middle of the day, if you're like, oh, I want some cream kale.
Who doesn't?
That's good. They're just all like vending machine foods and, the precursor to the food court. But they've been going for quite a while. But that Super K cafeteria, God, why didn't they spell the K?
It really bothers you.
It does. Opportunity missed. I'm going to break. I'll have Rob Zombie tickets for you after.